Welcome to day 2 of Dame Dynamics. In this daily program, we are celebrating the 30th anniversary of the prestigious design award Metstrade. This world-famous prize has seen many thousands of entries and hundreds of nominations over the years. But this is the first time we have ever featured them on TV live. And I'm joined today by Dame jury member Patrick Hemp, technical consultant for ICOMIA. Patrick, could you share with us what is your role in the jury?
Yeah, morning, Peniel. My role is actually, it's a technical role for starters, but I come from a yacht design background. My father designed and built his own boat, so it's that level of design that I'm used to. And this really is one of the highlights on my calendar, to join the Dame jury and represent ICOMIA in this. We obviously look at lots of different innovation, and we'll get onto the sustainability side as well. So there's lots of different criteria that we do look at, and a lot of different products, so it's great.
Well, I've actually learned also that the jury members, they all have their own expertise.
Yes, exactly.
What's your favorite part?
I think I'm that gadget guy.
Yeah? you radiate.
We always like fiddling, and actually, it's always great to see behind the scenes of what goes on when we judge a product.
So you can be the first.
Yeah. And the other side is just functional. You know, I'm one of those designers that with a quite a big sailing background, and if it works and it's safe and it functions to what it was designed for, it's obviously a good thing.
So I know that ICOMIA puts a lot of focus on environmental state, and what could you say that you saw in the jury room on sustainable entries?
So this year it's been really interesting, and I think along the lines, a few years ago we always looked at this, but it was never sort of part of the requirements, and now we've asked for an environmental statement to be included. It is difficult. It's difficult to give a badge to sustainability because we don't always know the product. You know, we're not living on board the boat, testing it out for 3 weeks, etc. We're not sure how the product's manufactured, but we rely on this environmental statement to have a look at. We saw a lot of good attempts and successes at just introducing sustainability, from packaging, from the sort of reuse of materials, from use of new materials, but also sort of at the end, the solution, the product itself, solving quite a big environmental challenge, so on the powering side as well.
Well, it's honest of you to at least say, okay, we cannot test obviously for 3 weeks on board. On the other hand, you do your best in trying to understand what's exactly the best part of the entries that you get as a jury.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So let's go to the winners, our 2 Dame category winners. Firstly, Pontus Fernstrom from Garmin, who took top honors in the marine electronics and marine related software category. And online, welcome to you, Hans Poppelier. He represents Mastervolt, a joint winner of the machinery propulsion, mechanical and electrical systems and fittings category. Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's great. Well,
Thank you very much.
Welcome. Nice to have you, Hans.
Yeah.
Let's have a look right away at Garmin's surround view camera system. wonderful, Pontus. Yeah.
Yes.
Nice to see that you have this whole bird's eye view around your boat. When you were creating this product, did you have that in mind also, to think of the car systems that we have nowadays and the way that they function with looking all around?
Yeah, when we often design products, we look at what is the actual customer need, what are they looking for. And in this case, I mean, most of us drive cars, it's nothing strange with that, and every time we park our car, we know that we have some aids that's helping us not bump into things. For all boaters, we know that docking a boat is one of the more trickier things you do when you're actually on the water compared to just cruising around somewhere, and it can be a stressful situation. So then the rationale behind it is, how can we make this easier for people? Because we want to have more people coming onto the water, having a good time on the water, and take away the stress and
accidents.
Accidents and stress and all that stuff that could happen while docking a boat. And then, of course, we work a lot in the car industry as well, and of course, we kind of saw that this could help you be better or maybe easier to dock your boat. So why don't just design a system that is actually what the customer would expect? Because they will park their car in the marina and they're going to use a similar system in the car. Why shouldn't they have the same experience on board their boats?
Yeah, but of course there's more technology involved, because I mean we cannot just copy paste the car technologies towards the shipping, because I would say there's also a wind, there's waves, so it works differently, right?
Yeah, well, from a picture standpoint, it kind of works the same, but it gives you the benefit, of course, is that you will see when things is happening. When you park your car, the land stands still. When you're on the boat, the water's going to move.
That's right.
But you're going to be instant in control and see that you're getting closer to something on your port side, on your starboard side, and also to throw in the distance measurement that we did in this one as well.
Perfect.
So that you can easily see that I have 2 meters or 3 meters or 1 meter before I hit or get close to an object. It's a huge benefit when actually docking the boat.
I'm completely convinced that this takes away a lot of stress, definitely.
Yeah,
Patrick, if you look at this category, I understand there's always a lot of competition. How come that Garmin beat the rest this time?
You're right, there was a lot of competition. This is it's a challenge for the jury to have a look at all these
tell us
products.
more, tell us more.
We made it through, but really this product, it solves a unique challenge, and Pontus has pointed out one of the highest stress things, and I know this as a boater myself.
Really? Are you not that good in
docking? Docking a boat. A great sailor, but terrible at bringing it home. And this solves that problem really well, and I think it makes everyone feel very comfortable. They're used to it in their cars, they're used to it in other areas. So it's a natural flow over into the boating atmosphere.
What about the competition in the category?
So there were others. We had very good entries from Raymarine, ICOMIA radios. The marine electronics isn't just about navigation on board. It is quite a difficult category to judge. But Garmin set up a great display for the jury. We were able to get in there, play with the cameras. You can see it's a good marinized product as well.
Yeah, I guess you're looking forward to trying it out those 3 weeks that you were talking about.
Yeah, I'm dying to.
So Pontus, how do you actually know when you are creating new products and you're designing, what does the customer really want? What is what they need?
Yeah, that's always the holy grail, to figure out,
to
bring out a product that the customer wants. Of course, I mean, we work with a lot of our partners. We discussed that also a little bit yesterday, you and I, about the partnership within the industry. Volvo Penta is one of the partners, but also, of course, all the boat builders, and a lot of ourselves. We have cars and we have boats, and we kind of know what we need to do. And this particular product, I think we really wanted to solve 2 things here. We want to solve the possibility to see around the boat, but we also wanted to solve the design issue from the boat builders, because they are also very picky when it comes to fitting stuff on their boat that might not be harmonizing with the hull design and all that stuff. So literally it's 2 things in this project. It is a very great designed actual camera that blends into the hull. It looks like a stainless steel fitting that you have many of them on the hull anyway, and also then solving the docking problem. We've got a lot of good feedback and working together with the boat builders of, is this design okay? No, we want it to be square or round or whatever it is. So together with them, bringing out a product that they also are behind because it fits their overall design.
So it means actually that you would really advise also to get much more in contact with other producers, other parties that could maybe co-create with you, but also giving you the answers on what's really needed and what the customer is looking for.
At the end of the day, if you want to put products into a market, you need to do your due diligence and figure out what the market actually wants and deliver as close as you can to that expectation.
Yeah. So what do you believe are right now the top priorities for boat users?
Well, I think there are a lot of things. I think sustainability that you were into is one thing that's growing significantly. But the overall making it easy to get on board and get out, because boaters don't get out that many days a year. So figuring out a way to make it as hassle-free as possible and in a sustainable way, I think that is the future.
That's a kind of a kind secret way of putting where you're heading at. We're looking forward to those solutions. Well, we've been talking about the great products that have been highlighted in the Dame this year. Let's visit one of the most popular spots in Metstrade to see some more. Our roving reporter, Ben Taylor, should be over there at the Dame presentation, looking at more than 50 nominated products there. Morning, Ben. Which products are catching the eyes of visitors this morning?
So I'm here back on the Dame presentation stand. There's plenty of products. It's really busy. So plenty of eye-catching products that people are coming to have a look at. There's a few that I wanted to draw your attention to. So here we've got the More Green Evo Hide, Mistral Free. Now what this is all about is this is a vegan interior. So 75% of the materials used in this are renewable. And the judges' comments were things like they liked the texture and the touch and the feel, as well as the colours available. And then one thing I thought also was very impressive is the fireproofing of this. So to achieve the fireproofing, it normally uses a lot of nasty chemicals, and these guys have avoided that. So that's one of the reasons why they got nominated and did so well in the Dame Awards. Now, I've talked quite a lot about products, so I thought I'd get some opinions of exhibitors and visitors of the show. So here we've got Courtney from Rapid Marine. The Universal Chocks got a special mention in the Dame Awards. So Courtney, could you just summarise what these are all about and what they do?
Of course, these are our self-adjusting universal chocks, designed and manufactured in the UK from Iroko, acetyl and thermoplastic elastomer. They use a simple push-to-fit and pull-to-remove attachment system, and they don't float off hydraulic bathing platforms.
Brilliant. Okay, thank you very much, Courtney. Now, here we've got Sean from SeaDeck. I briefed him earlier and said, hey, pick a product, pick your favourite, and Sean went straight over to this. So, Sean, why did you pick this product?
It's a clean-looking product, but more than anything, it's lightweight whilst remaining robust. It really is a fantastic offering.
All right, thank you very much, Sean.
Right?
Now, I'll pass back to yourself, Pernilla, back in the studio, I believe, for a talk on the next generation of battery technology.
Yeah, definitely, Ben. Thank you so much. We'll see you again in a minute. Let's move to Hans Poppelier, who is joining us online. You're the joint winner of the Machinery, Propulsion, Mechanical and Electrical Systems and Fittings category. So someone glancing at your product, Hans, they might think it's just another boat battery, but it's not the case, right?
Absolutely not the case. So if we look at our battery, everybody knows that over the last couple of years, lithium-ion batteries and lithium-ion in general is popping up everywhere, and it is moving very fast, having higher energy densities, smaller batteries. And what we see happening there is that most of these batteries are not designed to actually work in the system. So what we have done is we have actually designed a battery that can be fully integrated into a boat system, helping a customer actually make full use of the system.
Yeah.
And that is our take on those batteries.
Yeah, exactly. You could tell us a bit more about the technology you have used and why it's so important.
Yeah, so on itself, lithium-ion batteries are not that special. So it is around for a long time. But the fact that we have put a digital layer around it, controlling the battery, talking to the boat system, helping customers to make maximum use of their system, That is the technology we use below the hood. So that is a lot of electronics. We have, for example, integrated automated features that a battery, if it disconnects, that it will automatically connect again. So taking away the pain for consumers. And we are very much convinced that if you design a battery, that you have to do it in such a way that the customer actually can make use of that all the way. And if we want to support the energy transition, so step away from internal combustion engines and a little bit more towards sustainable energy, you have to make it really easy for customers. And that's also the feedback our customers give us.
Well, I must say, if you just have a look at the battery, you would not know all these things. So wonderful that you've just explained that to us, definitely. Yeah, and interesting, Patrick. I mean, the jury clearly was impressed because they're a winner, but would you also entitle this product as a game changer? Because this is the new way of dealing with batteries, also going along in the future idea of making things more sustainable, changing the energy source that you're using?
Absolutely. I mean, Hans has pointed out some of the really cool features that come along, but in essence, we're always going to have to store energy on board. So no matter how we generate that energy, which is currently all up for discussion, at some point we have to take that energy from solar, from onboard power generation, from fuel cells, and put it into a battery. So batteries are a key element on onboard systems.
Definitely.
I think I like the approach, and not just on the safety features, which from my side as a technical consultant are fantastic, but also just the look, the feel, how they've designed the actual finished product is really good. It's clean, it's not too industrial looking. And it also takes away some of the hassle again. Absolutely.
As you can hear, like what Pontus was pointing out earlier, but then on the battery level.
Yeah, and to keep all this as a small, lightweight product is difficult. It's not as easy as it seems. So.
But they managed.
Yeah,
exactly. So Hans, it sounds like your efforts have been well recognized. Do you think it's, well, just a start of a revolution in the way that batteries are designed for the future?
Yeah, absolutely. So if we want to make the world more sustainable, we have to design products not so much as a standalone product, but it has to be an integrated part of a boat system. And that's for us the only way forward to make the world a little bit more sustainable.
Yeah. Well, let's return for now to Ben to see what other interesting product he has discovered at the DAME presentation. Ben, what have you looked up?
Yeah, I found another one. So we're right next to the Raymarine Cyclone. Now, one of the things that happens is we design these beautiful boats, and then we put a great big radar on the top, and it doesn't necessarily fit the design of the boat. So here's Raymarine coming up with a really sleek, modern design to fit the modern boats we're seeing. Now, I've got another visitor to give us an opinion. So we've got Ricardo here. Ricardo, what is Sales Server, and why do you like it?
I think it's very nice. It has a very nice design, and it's easy to use and connect the Sales Server. It shows how the Internet of Things can connect the whole sailing boat and the whole functioning unit.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you very much, Ricardo. So I'll be back tomorrow here again on the DAME presentation stand, showing you a few more things on display here. If you are at Metstrade 2021, do come and visit, and I'll see you around. All right, back to you in the studio, Pernilla.
Thank you so much, Ben. Looking forward to you tomorrow and your next roving reports. Well, we look forward, of course, at the show here, because if you are here at the show, then do go along and have a look for yourself, and also pick up a copy of the DAME jury report, which explains more about the winning products. And if you're watching this from elsewhere, please note that you can find these companies in Metstrade Connect and reach out to them virtually. Turning to our panel, if you look at the coming 5 years, I mean, during the products and also what Ben has just showed, you're already immediately in conversation together here in the meanwhile, in this minutes, saying, oh, that's a good product and so on. But what do you foresee in the coming 5 years as being, well, what's going to shape the marine leisure industry?
Well, I think the Internet of Things is definitely going to be a big part of it, and I think we are going to do a lot more crowdsourcing and also communicating more with end customers to come up with the right products and things to do.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's totally clear that environment is something that we all need to take care about for the future.
Yeah.
And I think that will have a big buzz when it comes to electric propulsions, smart hull designs, because we just need to preserve the energy that we have and keep it stored in a safe and good way on a boat, like the battery we just looked at. But at the same time, we are facing challenges because people are also expecting a lot more technology on their boats, and you need electricity.
Yeah.
So it's solving this puzzle. I think it's going to be an important thing for the next coming years.
Yeah, we will talk about that more deeply also, about hydrogen and other power sources that might be used on board and how safe they are also and how you can mitigate all of them. What about you? What do you foresee in the coming 5 years?
Yeah, it will be interesting, and I think we're on the right pathway, with certainly on the sustainability side. So I think we're going to see, the jury are going to put a bit more focus on that. You know, we all, within our sort of industry, we're encouraging the use of life cycle analysis with your products. So all the way from, you know, we call it well to wake, but in essence, it's all the way through. How easy is it for your product to be recycled after end of use?
Yeah.
Things like that will come into the equation. But I agree with Pontus completely. We have a saying, and within ICOMIA we have a Grow Boating Committee, and we may rename that a Stay Boating Committee, because in essence, the pandemic situation has grown boating.
Definitely.
People have experienced what it's like to go out in order. Now we have to kind of keep them, and the technology needs to keep up with what they're used to in their cars, in their office lifestyles, in their houses and the like. But and also on the energy side, I think we've got to be careful there. We want whatever we have in our house to come with us boating.
Exactly.
And that's not always possible. But if the products themselves can keep up with low power demands, we'll get there.
So it actually, it's almost like, well, it's finding the holy grail, as you were mentioning before, Pontus. It's looking at the exciting new ways of recreating existing products like Hans has been doing in his company, but also at the same time looking at what the customer really wants, needs, is expecting, demanding, and that combining with the sustainability questions that are all lying out there for you.
It comes back to the tagline of easy boating, of making it easy and accessible to be on the water. That needs to, we need to keep that going and move that technology forward, so we maintain that.
Yeah, Hans, you have anything else to add on that ideas?
No, for sure. The electrification we see in automotive will also enter the marine business, for sure. And we think that recycling of materials, recycling of batteries, recycling of whole boats is probably going to be the next step as well. So that's pretty much what the other two gentlemen said as well.
Soon you probably will also have a material passport, and so as we know it in construction, etc.
Sure.
Thank you so much, gentlemen, for being here. Thank you, Patrick, and also the jury for all your hard work, of course. And thank you for joining in, Hans, online, and Pontus for being here again in the studio. It's been a great pleasure. Well, that's it for today's edition of Dame Dynamics. Please remember to return to this channel at 12:30 Amsterdam time, and then we will have a tech talk on one of the big themes at this morning, electrification. See you then.